I may have broken my mic again. Well, hi everyone! Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. That was too high, I'm sorry. Might have busted his eardrums, but yeah. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. So, recently I've been getting, spaced out, I'm so sorry. I shared my Goodreads goal on my TikTok, which started as 50, then I busted through the 50, then it was 70, busted through the 70, then it was 80, then I just said, fuck it, let's just do 100, and I was scared of doing 100, but I did 100, and I busted through the 100, and then I was like, you know what, let's just go for 150. And I went for 150, and I just finished my 150 goal, and I still have a month and a half to go, or a month and a half to go. So I'm not gonna change it. I'm done changing it, but I'm proud of myself. Like 150 bucks. They're all smut. Most of them is smut and graphic novels and manga. No education whatsoever.
What were we talking about, Baba? What were we talking about? I wanna fucking eat you.
I've been getting a lot of one question, which is, how do you read so fast? Or how do you read so much? Gave myself a lot of time, thought about it, and now I have 3 points that I think are the most important thing in me reading so fast or so much. Let's just get one thing out of the way. I don't read fast. I don't read fast. Sometimes a book takes a day. Sometimes... You're like, a day? You don't read fast? No. Sometimes it takes a day. Sometimes it takes a week. 2 weeks. It depends on the book. It depends on my life. Sometimes the same book that has taken me a week before, now it's gonna take me a month. I don't really read fast. When I did that little count thingy, my reading is average. Like, my reading speed is average. It all depends on my mental health, my day-to-day schedule, and the book itself. So you get that shit out of the way. Other than that though, here are my most important 3 points on how do I read so much. Number 1, try different genres. I cannot stress this enough. A lot of sub-categorization is gonna go under the try different genre point, but that is my number 1. When I say try different genres, I mean try different authors, try different pacing, try different timelines, try different genres, try different stuff, try different things. You never know. I thought I hated sci-fi. Always said it. Will always... Well, not anymore, but I always said it. I'm not a zombie bitch. I'm not a epidemic bitch. I'm not a future, like, there's a war in space type of person. That's just not for me until I read Alumni. Until I read Alumni. And now that book, I loved so much. I mean, I loved it so much. In my case, I just didn't find the right author. Or in this case, author, since Alumni is written by 2 people. Horror, for example, I did not like horror. In all timeline of my life, I only read fantasy. I read and reread the Harry Potter books, read and reread The Hobbit, read and reread the Lord of the Rings books. That is all I ever read. Even though I loved horror in general, like the idea of horror and wanted to get into it, but all I read were Lovecraft and Stephen King, because Stephen King is the king of fucking horror. I hated them. I don't like Stephen King's writing. I don't like H.P. Lovecraft's writing. And that's okay. Then I started reading other stuff, and it was like a revelation. I fell in love with horror. So, try different authors, try different genres, try different shit. I hated romance until I started reading Mia Sheridan. Loved romance because of her. She's like the one that changed my mind on just romance. Not romance mixed with something, but just contemporary or simple day-to-day missionary romance like God intended. That's what I mean. Point is, if you stick to one thing, if you stick to one genre, to one author, to one type of book, to one type of pacing, to one type of thing, you will never know what you love, what you hate. You will never know. That's it. If you find something that you love, yes, of course, stick to it. But don't invalidate the existence of other things around it. So try different shit. You will literally never know. The second point is to dedicate time. Okay? Just to dedicate time. I love reading. But sometimes if I just pick a book, 5 minutes go by and I'm not feeling the book, I start, like, you know, getting distracted and wanting to do 50,000 fucking other things. So just force yourself for those 5 extra minutes, dedicate the time it needs, and you'll never know. And then when I do that, when I dedicate more like an extra 5 minutes, even though I want to stop, I start getting into it and I start feeling the magic and I start feeling the escapism working, my love. It's not something I do in 5 minutes, and it's not something I do in a minute. I don't pick up a book, read a word, and then set it back down. I read for at least 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. But that's just me. Like, I can sit and read for 6 hours straight. Literally, I can just sit, read for 6 hours straight, and that's okay for me. Like, that works for me, depending on the book, of course, but that usually works for me. If it doesn't, just do 30 minutes. 30 minutes a day is more than enough if you're just starting, but it's very, very important to dedicate time for it. 30 fucking minutes. You don't know how much time you're wasting on your phone, scrolling down on mindless, senseless social media, scrolling down to an endless abyss of useless information most times. So just take the time, instead of scrolling, to pick up a book and read. Or if you don't like that or have that, read on your phone. Do something, do whatever works for you. Try and see what works for you. The last point, and I think the most important point, DNF. It's okay to DNF. I'm still struggling with the thought. I push it onto people, like, I will tell you, baby, my love, it's okay to DNF, it's fine. But when it comes to me, yeah, it's difficult for me. But I did DNF. The last DNF that I did was David Goggins' Can Hurt Me. I DNF'd. I actually can't even reread it. Well, I can if I wanted to, but I already gave away my copy. But it just didn't fucking work for me, dog. It put me in the biggest fucking reading slump. Like, in the middle of the book, I was like, I don't want to read anything ever again. What is this feeling? I hate it. So it put me in such a stupid mental place. So I don't want that, and I don't want that for you, because there are so many beautiful stories out there made just for you, waiting just for you to pick them up, made for you to be read by you. And it's a shame that you force yourself to read something that just isn't work for you. If it's not working for you, DNF. It's okay. DNF. Okay, you can try later. You can try again. Maybe you're just not in the right mood. Maybe you're just not in the right mental state. Maybe you're just not in the right situation. Maybe and so many maybes. But it's okay for now. Set it aside, put a bookmark in that bitch, put it aside, pick up another book. Take a break. It's fine. That's it. Those are my 3 most important things on why I read so fast, and so much, really, not so fast. Try different genres, dedicate time, and it's okay to DNF. Those are the 3 most important things in reading so much. Also, subcategory, if you read only for educational reasons and you want to get into fiction and fantasy, you can find so many fiction and fantasy shit that have educational stuff intertwined in them. Alright? If you're looking for something specific, let me know and I'll look for you. Be happy to do that. And please don't forget that reading is a hobby, okay? Like all hobbies, it's meant to be fun. It's meant to pass the time, it's meant to kill the time, it's meant to take you somewhere nice, it's meant to make you feel comfortable, it's meant for you to have something extra to talk about. Reading is reading, and reading is fun. It ought to be fun, so let it be fun. Allow it to be fun. Allow yourself to have fun, okay? If you can read a page and have fun in that, and not have fun in the next 30 pages, read the fucking page and put the book down. It's fine, okay? Other than that though, I really, really hope these tips work. If they don't, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best, okay? Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'm gonna see you next video.